On the ruins of ancient cities, objects are found. Their existence defies explanation, according to official science. Here's an item discovered in the mountains of Kosovo in 2017. An electromagnetically charged coil in a stone of unusual shape. Copper wires fused into the rock using a technology unknown to mankind. On the other side of the stone, there are 4 symmetrically placed threaded holes. Shocking fact: analysis reveals this ancient transformer is over 20,000 years old. Take a look at this bas-relief from the Mexican Museum. On the male profile, a detail stands out, clearly of a technical nature. It runs from the ear to the chin, resembling a communication device, a microphone, or a headset. These gold artifacts from pre-Columbian America depict strange birds with tails standing upright and heads that strongly resemble aircraft cockpits. Look closely. Are these birds? No, this is an airplane. On a figurine found in the cultural layer of the Olmec Indians, who lived before the Common Era, a man is seen controlling some device with a pipe at the tail end. The famous clairvoyant Edgar Cayce had a prophetic dream about a volcano erupting and the sun dimming, and he said it would happen in the 21st century. In the Mayan epics, there are references to the end of an era marked by the shaking of the earth. Studying ancient sources and the incredible archaeological findings, scientists are increasingly discussing a shocking hypothesis. Earth has experienced several apocalypses in its history. It may seem that modern society is the pinnacle of progress, in every sense. Humanity sends space stations to other planets, studies the smallest particles in the Large Hadron Collider, and edits its genetic code. Official science tells us that this development took many thousands of years. Our distant ancestors lived extremely primitively, wearing skins and using stone axes. Archaeologists discover countless burials where simple tools, clothes made of torn hides, and very primitive dwellings are found. But some scientists claim that thousands of years before the invention of the steam engine, people were already creating unique items. Researchers believe that incredible technologies were used in the construction of many ancient cities, temples, and cult structures. And indeed, we still don't understand how the ancient megaliths were built. It's impossible to replicate these structures even with modern tools and materials. Look, walls made of massive stone blocks perfectly fitted together are found in Mesoamerica, Greece, Japan, and Africa. These boulders, weighing several tons, fit so tightly that not even a sheet of paper can fit between them. These structures, based on recent findings, were built several thousand years before our era and remain in excellent condition, unlike modern buildings, despite no mortar being used between the stones. Physicists have proposed a shocking theory. The massive blocks in ancient structures could have been created by softening the stone to the consistency of clay, or were a mixture of soft rock and resin in specific proportions. This fantastic material has been named geopolymer concrete, and attempts to mix the right ingredients are still ongoing. But to this day, no sample of the same size as those seen in famous pyramids has been created. Scientists propose another shocking hypothesis. The blocks in megalithic structures were indeed made of stone, but were moved into place using sound waves. Similar experiments were conducted in Japan by researchers at the University of Tokyo. Sound waves at frequencies inaudible to the human ear cause small objects to levitate and give order to sand particles. These are experiments from Russian engineers. A resonating device lifts small stones into the air, and then larger ones. But notice, the heaviest stones can barely be lifted from the edge of the platform. Replicating how our ancestors used sound waves to lift multi-ton blocks in ancient times is something scientists have yet to achieve. People simply cannot and will not believe that their ancient ancestors were far more advanced than previously thought. After all, if this is true, the achievements of modern times pale in comparison. All these objects are classified as out-of-place artifacts because they don't fit into the framework of the traditional history taught in our schools and universities. Scientists are being forced to admit the astonishing technologies of the past suggest a highly advanced civilization that created them. Scientists propose we search for answers in the past. They argue that catastrophic events on Earth may have led to the complete destruction of not only civilizations, but most life forms. In 2008, geneticists published a study claiming that 70,000 years ago, humanity was on the brink of extinction. The population was no more than 10,000 individuals. Such critical moments in the development of a species are called bottleneck events. As we know today, humanity managed to avoid extinction and repopulate Earth. But what caused that ancient crisis? If we can find the answer to this question, maybe, just maybe, we'll avoid another apocalypse on this planet. A strange video captured in early May off the coast of California. Look closely. It seems like a waterspout, but at the top of the column, a disc-shaped object, darker than the surrounding clouds. Compare this footage to video of another oceanic tornado. There's nothing like that hovering above. And now, footage recorded in mid-August. Watch carefully. Two glowing spheres accompany a tornado in Amsterdam, moving chaotically through the clouds, and a similar disk, calmly floating in broad daylight above Poland. The moment it vanishes, a huge flock of birds suddenly takes flight, as if started. A much calmer unidentified object was filmed over Dagai. Watch, it rapidly jumps quickly from point to point, then hovers motionlessly in place, just long enough to be caught on camera. In recent years, more of these strange objects with unusual shapes and behaviors are being documented. Experts suggest an extraterrestrial civilization may be watching us. But why assume they're simply observing? Could this be a threat? Scientists argue alien annihilation of humanity is more fitting for a Hollywood movie than for reality. In truth, humanity seems perfectly capable of destroying itself all on its own.